So here we're going to look at fractions, and specifically what we want to look at is being able to write a fraction to show something as a part of a whole. Now the one way to think about it is that it's always part over total or part over whole, and that gets written out as the fraction. So part over total, or you could say part over whole, whichever way works for you. And that's how the fraction gets written. So in this case, we need to identify what's the part and what's the whole that we're looking for. So there are 200 students at school, 109 of them are girls. What fraction of them are boys? So I want to know, in a sense, boys over total, the total number of students. So here I see that there are 200 students, so I know that this is going to be my total. And here I've got boys, but I don't know how many because I was given girls as my number here. But if 109 out of 200 of them are girls, how many would that be for boys then? To figure this out, we can go 200 minus 109, and that's going to give us 91. So we know there's 91 boys and 109 girls, so I can write my fraction as 91 out of 200, the part over the total. 91 boys out of 200 total students, and that becomes our answer. In the next example, a basket of 35 apples, 14 of them are Granny Smith, the rest are Gala. What fraction of each type is there? So here I want to know two fractions, one for Granny Smith and one for the Gala apples. Now I know a basket of 35 apples is telling me that this is the total. I have a total of 35 apples, and that 14 of them are Granny Smith. Okay, so I can put 35 over 14, because there's 14 out of 35 Granny Smith apples. Now if there's 14 Granny Smith apples, how many will be left for Gala? So here we can say 35 minus 14, and we get 21. So there's 35 total, and 21 of them are Gala. So those can become our fractions. Now those are unsimplified, so if we want to go one step further, you can plug it into your calculator to simplify it. But to show it as an example, think of things that these both numbers have in common. So I could say 2 times 7 gives me 14, and I could say 5 times 7 gives me 35. So they both have a 7, and in a sense I can cancel those out, and I'm left with 2 over 5. For the Gala, you can imagine the 21 as 3 times 7, and again the 35 as 5 times 7. And the 7's again will cancel, and I'll get 3 over 5. And one nice thing to look at here is if you imagine your basket full of apples, if we added together all of the Gala and all of the Granny Smith, we should get 35 back again, or we should get a whole basket in a sense. So if we add the fractions, 2 over 5 plus 3 over 5, we get 5 over 5, which is equal to 1. The whole, we're back to the whole basket. So by combining together the fractions that it's made out of, we get the whole thing back. 2/5 of them are Granny Smith, 3/5 of them are Gala, and together that makes a whole.